Smile for the camera, guys, and keep your eyes forward. If not, accidents happen. Welcome back, guys. It is your boy Broncos Guru, and it is this week's episode of Boneheaded Boaters of the Week. Our first boater this week is going to show us that little experiment in barefoot skiing. We all know that guy. He comes on our boat, lets us know that he can do anything, anywhere, anytime. Kind of like this gentleman here who told the captain of this vessel, hey, I can barefoot ski, I got this. Go ahead and get on plane, and I'm going to show you how it's done. Even though there's no proper equipment for barefoot skiing on this boat, my man's going to give a go at it anyway. This is difficult enough even with all the right equipment, and you're about to learn here without the right equipment, it's a whole lot harder. Our next boater is going to give us that lesson in high-speed racing on the water. Well, maybe not quite high-speed racing, but they are going to give you that lesson to make sure your dock lines are attached before you do anything with the boat. Here we can see this boat is racing away at high speeds due to the current, and I'm guessing this happened as they were trying to prep the boat, and somebody wasn't holding onto the dock lines, and this current just happened to carry the vessel away. Fortunately, this is a high-speed race, and we've got my man in quick chase right here, probably swimming faster than I've ever seen anybody swim in my life. With this kind of effort and energy, I really do hope my man catches it. Our next boater this week is going to take us over to the Big Rock fishing tournament that just happened a few weeks ago. Here we're actually going to concentrate on this vessel in the rear. Right here, they're all coming back in from the tournament, and these guys are actually going to stuff the bow of this boat into a wave and take massive damage. There's actually a huge hole in this boat after this. They actually do one of the worst things you can do in this situation as well. Right here, they come to a complete stop. Really, in a situation like this, you probably want to get back up on plane and keep that nose as high out of the water as you possibly can. Fortunately, these guys were able to make it back in safely, but the damage to the boat was significant. Kind of hard to believe that something like this would happen just from stuffing the bow into a wave. Obviously, we see here plenty of damage can be done on the water, but what kind of damage can be done off the water on a boat? Usually we'd think not a whole lot, but that's not always the case, especially when we're moving some big boats. Right here, we're going to see this yacht being pulled out of the water, and obviously things don't look right. If you look really closely, you can tell that this yacht's already got a little bit of a lean to it, and in the audio and the video, I heard the guy say that the tires are actually already flat completely on one side of the trailer. And here we're going to see exactly what happens when you start getting things a little bit off kiltered, and we got some flat tires on the trailer as they're trying to come around the corner. This vessel is going to go ahead and start the list, and it is going to wind up falling off the trailer. This had to be a wild scene to try and get this boat back on this trailer because this thing's an absolute beast. Sometimes ramps and trailers aren't always available, and we got to find different ways to get our vessels off the water and get them transported across land. Kind of like seen here where people use these straps and a crane to go ahead and get the vessel out of the water, and things don't always go right when we do this. Actually, it looks to be a very complicated, tricky process because we see these kinds of things happen all the time. In fact, just about the only way this could have been worse is if they would have still been over the water and this boat would be now sinking. But some people also can't figure out, even when there is a ramp available, how to get the trailer back down there. These kids tried for about 30 minutes to back this jet ski trailer down the ramp with their vehicle, and eventually gave up and decided this was their best method right here. Reality on this one though is, it's kind of funny to watch because I kept waiting for them to go down, and these guys actually are pretty successful in getting this, but I'm curious if they really fully thought this through. I mean, getting it down is one thing, but how are they going to pull this back up? Obviously, they're going to either have to get their vehicle with the trailer on it back down there because they're not going to be able to pull it up the way they push it down. Thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed this week's episode of Boneheaded Boaters of the Week. If you ever see anything crazy happening on your waterways, be sure to hit me up on Facebook or Instagram and let me know, and your story might be featured over here, kind of like Lauren Shearer, David Brewer, Orlando Perez, Mike Offerman, CJ S. Benson, Zolto Vujovic did this week. And of course, if you haven't already, go ahead and drop an anchor on that subscribe button. If not, we're coming to steal your drain plug.